Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Right now, we are standing outside of the construction area for the Islamic Society of Baltimore. We have with us three council members, myself, Dr. Ed Torrey, the president of ISB. We have Hassan Hamad, we have Furqan Siddiqui, and we have Stan with us, who is overseeing most of the construction project. And in fact, is actually the first person to have donated for our minaret, which is a later portion of the construction. But what we want to do is walk through today and show you the progress on all of the things that you've already given toward. We're going to show you the progress, what's been done, what's needed from this point here. So we'll step up this way a little bit, and we'll orient you from the outside first, and then we'll take a guided tour through the inside. So as you look at the outside wall here, what you can see is that they are putting up some outside, what we call ephes, which is a cement-looking surface that goes on the outside that will match the front that you know. So and in the bottom portion, what you'll see is that area used to be our old nursery. So for those of you who have had children in the nursery, you'll know that that's where your children were in the past. And oftentimes when we would have large events, we would have our childcare occurring down there as well. So that right now is under construction. That will, of course, that will be, not only is that area expanded, but it will now be a portion of Al Rahma School for first grade and kindergarten. As many of you know, there are two classrooms, two chunks of classes for kindergarten. There's KG A, KG B, and first grade A, first grade B. They will be housed down here in the early child development wing. So
I'm going to show you something real quick. Some of you guys should be very, very familiar with this image right here. The ISB annual calendar. This year's calendar has several really, really, really nice images of what this construction project will end up looking like. And the one I wanted to show you guys right now was the actual nursery. This is an example of what the nursery will look like. This room actually specifically is the one right here in the corner. This room will be the L-shaped room at the back end of the first floor. This used to be the third grade classroom when this was first built and the school first started. Third grade used to be all the way in the back. It's right by where the elevator is right now. And this room right here is the one that's being displayed in the ISB calendar. As we walk through, inshallah, whenever we get into a space where we have a image or a picture of what the final product will look like, inshallah, we'll resort back to what this calendar shows, inshallah, and reference it as we walk through the actual construction itself.
Now let me orient you to each of the other floors as well before we walk in. This floor that you see in the middle, the second floor, actually is the original musalla for the Islamic Society of Baltimore. That area has been expanded, and it will be the new home for the Hifz Academy. And the Quran Academy will have boys and girls will be in there learning and memorizing Quran. So any amount that you donate, any brick, anything that you give will be a witness to all of those who are learning in there. And then the third floor will house multiple other classrooms, a science lab, sort of expansion prayer areas for the sisters, and as well as sort of more communal classrooms as well, and teachers' break room. As we move forward here, you'll see this main entrance here that's being constructed. Very beautiful images in the calendar when you take a look. That this area will be sort of our main south entrance. This will be a main connecting area from the main masjid building to the ISB office to the current Al Rahma School nursery, and so this will be that main entrance. At the top there will be three beautiful domes, and inside there will be a main staircase that you can see that's being built now. So we'll start walking. Bear with us as we walk, by the way. We have to keep ourselves safe, and so there may be small gaps in our little virtual tour.
You guys can all notice all of us here are actually wearing masks, and we're wearing gloves, as well as hard hats. Safety is very, very important. Even if we are maintaining social distancing, we're going to try our best to remain safe. Can you guys all hear us online? If you guys are on YouTube, please comment yes or no. We'll try and see if we can adjust anything in the meantime, inshallah, to make sure you guys can actually hear what we're doing.
Take it off. Are you asking me to remove my mask?
Yeah, whoever's
okay.
speaking, if we can remove
Oh,
the
okay.
mask, it'll be
Great.
better.
So all that stuff about safety. All right. So as we walk through this muddy area, no one should make any dua that we get Hassan slipping on video. So right now we're in the main south entrance here, where you can imagine a main walkway coming up here, just to sort of orient you to the original space. Many of you may remember the walkway would come up and we would enter a door there. This used to be a small side entrance, and then there was another entrance around the edge back there. Typically, the one in the small entrance in the back was used by brothers, and the small entrance here was used by sisters. The area, if you could turn the camera towards that way, the area on that side, you may remember there used to be a shed there that was often used for if we had guests coming from out of town, say with the Tabligh Jamaat, they would often stay there or help prepare food there. There was a large cement slab back here that really had not much going on, that now has multiple floors above it. So all of that space is being utilized. So Hassan, I don't know if we have a good picture of the lobby in there. Let's see. I believe we have a good picture of this stairwell here, this lobby. Forgive me for not knowing the pages as we turn through. No, I guess we don't. Okay, what you're catching a glimpse of here is on the side, there will be stairs with some ramps as you walk up here, and then enter into this main south entrance. You can see a glimpse of the domes there. And also over here, this is a side view. So right now we've just stepped into these doors. We've just stepped into these doors and we're standing below where the domes will be. So now we have a couple options here. We could go up the stairs to the third floor and further up to the roof, or we could go through and show you the existing, actually I'd prefer to go this way first, if that's okay. I think they'll still be here when we're done. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll walk in through. This is an entrance that we used to just be a door. Forgive the presence of mud and water, by the way. That if anything, that should make you accelerate your donations, because the sooner we get your donations in, the sooner we can close the roof, the sooner we can stop other elements from affecting the inside as we build it. But as you walk in here, you're passing by. You may remember there used to be bathrooms here. There will be bathrooms here again. There's bathrooms, major improvements to those, by the way. We have the stalls will go all the way up to the ceiling, so there won't be sort of above or below. We'll have nice doors on it to go in and out of the stalls, and there will be wudu mates or wudu stations that will be perfect for making wudu.
So many of us have probably seen online several pictures of those really, really cool like wudu stations, that individual space that you see those in various masjids, upgraded masjids. They have those very nice individual spaces for wudu stations. We actually will be getting those as well, inshallah. This space here, and exact same thing on the other side for the sisters, will be the individual wudu stations so that people can have the space they need to and use the really cool new functionality of those individual wudu spaces. Over here will actually be the sinks, additionally for washing and making wudu. And in the back we have 4 stalls in each bathroom. We're probably used to seeing 2 upstairs. We're actually going to have 4, one of them being a handicap accessible bathroom and the rest normal size bathrooms. What's also cool is for both brothers and sisters, we'll have a changing station right here. For those of us who have babies, young children that we need to change their diapers, right here will actually be a changing station so that we can keep our children clean.
Okay, so now we are stepping it. As you step out of that area, into the main hallway, you're entering into now the original musalla, the founder's room. This is now being converted into the Quran Academy, the Hifz learning space. From that hallway, you enter into the sisters section. So the girls who will be learning, memorizing Quran and learning the Quranic sciences, they'll be learning it on this side. This entire space is for the sisters. You can imagine it's a major expansion over and above what they currently study in. in the Hifz house across the parking lot. This is a major upgrade in amount of space, the quality of space, and for those of you who partook in the other fundraisers that we had, many of you may have already purchased a little snippet of the carpet. So we have the carpet, it's in big rolls downstairs, and it's getting ready to be installed as soon as these rooms are ready. Now, this area that I'm standing in right now, this is where the wall will fold into place. The wall is expandable, and so it can open and close. So one half is the sister section, the other half is the brother section for learning Quran. When the Hifz Academy is not in session, this entire area will be used as reestablished as a prayer area. So whenever there's overflow for Jummah, for Eid, for big programs, we will have, this will be expanded prayer space. In addition to the expanded prayer space on the 3rd floor, this will also be expanded prayer space. So front that opens the back. And, so here we are. We're in the old original musalla. Yeah.
I want to get a little bit of attention here. So from where you're standing, if you can move back just a little bit, and to where I am right now, this space is kind of what the size of the current Hifz space is for the boys. It's about this size. We want to show you this just so you can see and visualize how massive this expansion is going to be when it comes to the number of people we can actually accommodate now for both the brothers and sisters. Now, this is for the brother side. The sister side is even smaller. The sister side is even smaller. This is the space that you can think of as the current space. Whoops. The current space for the sisters. The current Hifz space is about this small, right here. And there's lots of students sitting there. Now look at this entire space. This whole entire area, inshallah, will be dedicated for brothers and sisters Quran memorization and learning. Inshallah, throughout the entire year, on both this side and that side, people will be spending the days here memorizing the Quran in a proper, dignified space with room for everyone to grow and also increase our enrollment here at the Rahma Quran Academy.
If you look inside of your calendar, you will be able to see June 2020 has a glimpse of what some of that space may look like. So the tables, the new carpet, etc., for the Quran Academy. So if you can project this image onto this space, you'll see this space is massive and a great opportunity for us to improve the learning for our children. And it's worth mentioning that any amount that you give is a sadaqah jariyah. It is an amount that every letter they read, every ayah they read, every surah that they memorize, and every time they read it thereafter, inshallah, you'll be getting the reward on Yawm al-Qiyamah. So this is an incredible opportunity for you to benefit from that. And Hassan is standing in the corner for some reason. I don't know what he's about to do. You have something to say over there?
I just want to show in general, like, I don't know how good the camera can capture this, but this place is huge. It's very, very, very large. For those of you who've been here for several years and remember when this place was originally built, the number of people that used to pray in here, our entire community used to hold all their functions here. The weddings, the Jummah khutbahs, the Eid salahs, all the different parties we used to do, everything, the fundraisers used to happen in this space, but it stopped at this point over here. I'm just going to walk over and show you where it stopped. Right about there. And then the space, alhamdulillah, now with the construction has grown and expanded to include all this additional space. Those of you who donated back then, who were around, that first built this musalla and built this, and were part of even building these walls, are still going to reap the benefits of creating a space for prayer and Quran memorization and reading. This space is still going to be used for that, and inshallah, because of that space, that foundation that was placed, it's now going to allow for even more barakah and more khair to come for this community. Right behind this wall and this door here, used to be the door, this is actually where the entrance is to the new musalla, the main musalla that we currently pray in. And once this construction project is finished, we'll have beautiful doors here that will open up and expand into the current musalla that we use to allow for a natural and beautiful overflow into the space when we need it to. Whether it's the Eid prayers, as Dr. Corey mentioned, or different functions and whatnot. We also have all these different programs that take place at ISB throughout the year, all these different educational seminars, and we're always looking for additional space to hold these kinds of classes. This space will be an elegant and very, very proper solution for doing some of those classes that we oftentimes struggle. The other thing we wanted to mention, and this is something that Brother Furqan and the construction team was able to make sure are going to be a part of this project, is something we've all been asking for: soundproof doors. Soundproof doors to allow for all of our programs here to have the proper space and without the additional bleeding of noises in from like the gymnasium and things like that. So you can have multiple functions here without disrupting another function that's taking place. So imagine having a wedding in the gymnasium. Imagine having a function happening in the musalla itself, and then in this space, students are learning and memorizing, and no one is disturbed. You can continue having your programs without any issues, inshallah.
Okay, so now we will go down through the hallway. I'll try to describe some of the things that will be changing that we cannot see just at this point. But again, we're walking past that main entrance from the south side where we came in, walking past the new bathrooms. This area that currently has plywood up, this is the walkway into the second floor lobby where you would get to the gym and the front entrance of the cafe. This walkway will remain. It will just be slightly upgraded and improved. As we come into this section, this is the back slab. It used to just be a cement slab that had nothing on it when you walked out the back door. This now will be two very, very large classrooms. They will have badge access. They'll be for Al Rahma Sunday School and Al Rahma School, as well as some community learning center projects and programs that occur at night when people are learning different technology and job skills, etc. So you can see how massive these classrooms are. I mean, each one of them is larger than any one of the previous classrooms that we had in Al Rahma School. And I want to remind you that the reason we're doing this, the reason we started on this construction project was because we received word that we have to remove the trailers. And we should remove the trailers anyway, because they're cold in the winter, they're hot in the summer, and they're not the best place for people to learn. Now we are creating a proper place for people to, for our students to learn the Islamic sciences, the social sciences, history, all of the regular subjects that you would learn in Al Rahma School, Al Rahma Sunday School, and then of course the Islamic sciences through Al Rahma Quran Academy. This room right here, again, right now I'm standing where that shed used to be, and a few weeks ago this was dirt. Now this is cemented out, and this is a massive classroom. You can imagine when we bring, every Friday we have groups coming in that are interested in learning about Islam, and so this is a great place for them. They'll come in, they'll witness the khutbah when we resume our normal operations, inshallah, after this COVID-19 thing. We'll resume, and then we will be able to host groups in here. This will be a nice room befitting to host schools and churches, etc., as they come and visit. Let's take a look at the rest of the, I don't know, do we want to go into the cafe or do we want to go up to the third floor?
Let's go to the second floor. I guess we're on the second floor. Sorry, yeah, let's go to the third floor. Yeah, let's do the third floor.
Can we get video of me knocking on his? Okay.
For those of you who are watching online, we apologize. We know that the video quality isn't the greatest, and that's because we're actually doing this live and we're doing this through our phones. Inshallah, hopefully in the future, we'll try and make sure that this isn't a problem.
Okay, I'm walking back out towards that south entrance. In that south entrance, you will see that we're going to take the stairs up. We'll take the stairs up to the third floor. So when you enter on this, in this main south entrance, you enter in on the second floor. You can walk into the main lobby. You could also walk, into the HIFZ program. Or or come up these stairs. And when you come up these stairs, you'll see, first of all, it's really amazing when you take a look, because this is the video you're seeing right now is from the second floor, not the first floor of the building. The second floor, then up, I'm walking up towards the third floor, and then there's yet another set of stairs that goes up to the roof, and then above that is where you'll see those small domes.
I just want to take a second to say one thing. We are doing this walkthrough because we have the supervision of our project manager and the main man behind the construction project, Brother Furqan Siddiqui, as well as Stan the man. He's the one also making sure that we have the proper safety precautions taken place, as well as it's guided. We have the proper procedures, I guess, that took place to make sure that this was safe enough to go through. The reason I'm mentioning this is this: the masjid is empty. There's not that many people here right now throughout the day. Do not do this on your own. Do not come here and walk through the campus without proper escorts, whether it's Brother Furqan or our friend Mr. Stan to walk us through this construction site. It's dangerous. I'm tripping over and I'm actually worried I'm going to fall on camera, but here we go. I should not have worn a thobe today.
Again, just to orient you, if you turn and face south, you will see the newly constructed ISB offices. Below that, you will be the future home of the funeral washroom. And so lots of great changes happening. To your right, you'll see that's the Al Rahma School Nursery. By moving there, A, it allowed us to move forward with this construction, and B, it allowed us to increase capacity, so that when we do resume normal Al Rahma School, Al Rahma Nursery function, we'll be able to take more students, inshallah. So your expansion, the money that you give, that you donate, you're not only adding space, you're adding capacity for more students to come and improving it so that when their experience is a better experience. Okay, as we walk through this third floor, again, this area mirrors what's below it in a sense, which is these are sisters' bathrooms and brothers' bathrooms up here on this third floor. If you see, as the camera sweeps around this entire area, you can see through the walls right now, since they haven't put up any drywall yet or anything. You can see through that each of these is another massive classroom. There will be classrooms up here, a science lab. There will also be a teachers' lounge, etc. And so if you take a glimpse over and see Hassan off to the side by the windows, right now you're looking through two classrooms, and he's looking out towards the front of the masjid area. As we walk through this way, watch your step, please. This wall right here used to be an outside wall. That will no longer be the case. That will be taken down, and this will be essentially a big entrance into the sisters area. The sisters main prayer area, as well as some expansion to that prayer area. If you were able to walk through this wall, it would be that outside lobby. For those of you who remember, sometimes there are classes outside there. You could look down into the gym through it. All of that. That's what's on the other side of this. But you see, as you glimpse further to the left, Rizwan, you'll see that that we've built beyond the back. So in other words, the back of that area is expanded to make more classrooms. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 massive classrooms back here along the way. For the sisters who remember this section, there used to be a door back here that you'd walk out a narrow, this was our fire escape, you'd walk out some narrow metal thing out to the fire escape area. All of this now is space for us to hold classes, and this wall will not be here. This will open up. This will be classroom space. And this classroom will be expanded prayer area as well, much like on the second floor where we're able to open up and expand for Salah if needed. So too up here. Let me just point out the fact that you're seeing water on the floor. This water is because we have yet to close the building. This is what, inshallah, is supposed to happen in the next couple of weeks. Right now, you hear noise. That noise is a generator for some of the work that's happening in the kitchen area, and you may also hear workers above us. There are people who are laying the roof right now. That roof is essential to prevent leaks and all that other stuff, so that we can start doing the inside work, which is the part that will be really exciting when we start getting things like floor tiles and choosing the faucets and the walls and all that stuff. That will be a really exciting time for you. But right now, we really need your help to get this roof done. And I'll tell you, I mean, just if you want to know what keeps me up at night, you probably don't, but I'm going to tell you anyway because we're live. What keeps me up at night is that first of all, it's beautiful that we're able to continue the construction during this COVID-19 outbreak. But what that means is there's less people coming through. So A, there's less donations. B, there's more time for the construction workers to work, which is wonderful, except that it also means that they get more done quicker. And when they get more done quicker, it means the bills come in quicker. And so we really, really, really need your help early this Ramadan to seal the roof, to seal the walls, to start putting up the glass, to start enclosing the facility. Anything else you want to add, Hassan?
We keep hearing about, especially in this time, essential workers, people that are needed to make sure that our country continues to move. We're able to protect the people that we need to protect. Another time that the word essential comes up is right now when Dr. Tori mentioned how a roof on this building is essential to prevent the rain that's coming down here and preventing the swimming pool that we're building over here. We don't want the swimming pool. We don't want all these floods here. And Dr. Tori mentioned how so long as we don't have this roof closed, it's going to slow down construction. But you know what else is essential? He mentioned it as well. What's essential is your donations and your support. We've mentioned several times through our flashes, throughout this walkthrough, inshallah, we'll remind you all, isb.org/donate. isb.org/donate. Your support is absolutely essential to making sure that the next time we walk through here, we're not doing this outside of what will be a window, inshallah. And we don't have these massive floods everywhere. We also aren't in an issue where we're still having to wear a hard hat to walk through this facility. And the way to get that done is through the essential support that you all will and prepare this facility, inshallah, for your eventual return back to it. So please remember, isb.org/donate. isb.org/donate. I think next we want to show them the new third floor roof, I guess. Yeah, let's walk up upstairs and kind of show you what it looks like upstairs.
So there are men working right now, so just let's be conscious of that. We'll have to be very careful. Also, I want to point out that this roof, we have plans. We have plans to, you're actually supposed to go this way. It's this way.
That way.
We have plans for this roof. If you think about it, now our entire roof across the entire ISB facility will be the same level. That is a phenomenal opportunity for us to take advantage of that and use that for potential solar panels to help eliminate our electric bill. So the roof is not just essential as a covering; it's also potentially a source of energy for us. Actually, before we step up there, I just want to show you very quickly these extra classrooms up here on the third floor. One of them, we heard that Aroma School and Aroma Sunday School would like to dedicate it as a new teacher's lounge, which is essential. The experience of our teachers affects the experience of our students. And both of those are essential for us to establish deen in this country and in the hearts and in the minds of our community. So just wanted to show you a glimpse of that. Now let's take a step up to the roof. And although I'm giving you this part of the tour, I have never been up to the roof. So this will be my first. You can see the storm clouds gathering. So when the rain comes, the water comes, we need your donations to close this roof.
MashaAllah.
Rizwan, when we get up here, I need you to get a glimpse of Hassan's shoes, please. I know they're not up to code.
MashaAllah.
So what you see of the workers out there is right now they're laying, am I correct in saying that's the rubber roof temporary surface?
That's a TPO roof. So they're putting what's called a dense deck.
Uh-huh.
And on top of that will come insulation and then the roof.
Okay, so right now, Brother Furqan just informed me they're laying the dense deck, and then above that will be insulation, and then the roof. So you see that lip up there? That is a gap that will be filled with some of the other materials. And what's this, Brother Furqan? This is the dense deck. So, okay. Okay, so inshallah, he just said it's a very well insulated roof coming forward. That dense deck that's being laid, you see 4 layers of it there, and then they're putting that rubber surface across the top to prevent leaks from coming down. Now, what's interesting is I have to point out to you that the angle from which you're seeing this, there was no roof here before. We are standing where there was no structure at all. And so this angle, a glimpse of the old dome, which inshallah will be replaced when we replace that portion of the roof as well. None of this was here before, none of it. And Rizwan, as you turn around this way, you see the this sort of platform up here. This platform will hold the domes that you can see right here. So there will be 3 domes, a center one, and then 2 smaller ones on the other side. And so you can see a glimpse of those. It's as if you're looking from the parking lot down the edge of the wall. That's what you're looking at here. This platform will hold those 3 domes. If and when, inshallah, there is a minaret, that will be later, but that will be coming straight right there. And in the current drawings, not necessarily reflected on the calendar as well, it will actually be taller than it appears in the calendar, inshallah. And as I mentioned, our own construction manager, Stan, when we started, the day of the day that we put the shovels in the ground, you may remember we had photo ops for everybody. Everybody came. The county executive was here. Multiple local politicians were here. The local police department was here. And people had an opportunity to dig the dirt, to break the ground. When that happened that day, Stan walked up and handed us the first check, and he said, I only want this to go for the minaret. He said, we should not have an Islamic facility without a minaret. For a lot of us, that's a symbol. And so may Allah guide him, Ameen, and may Allah reward him in this life for that donation. So again, the dome changes and the minaret changes are later, but the phase 3 construction that is the highest priority is getting our kids out of those trailers and out of the Hifz house and into the new facility and expanded prayer area. So those are our main goals to get this completed. So again, isb.org/donate, isb.org/donate. It's very key. Do it, because those rain clouds are coming. Inshallah, you can help prevent the rain from coming into your facility.
We did not plan, by the way, that to have these construction workers here and working at this time. The construction is always happening. Alhamdulillah, the construction is continuing, but that's only continuing because you guys are continuing to support us. Our community is there, they're doing their part, and we hope that you continue to do your part. We actually just found out an hour ago before we started going live that the roofers were here working on the roof. So please continue supporting isb.org/donate and let us continue the work. And I think with that, let's go ahead and show them the inside. Cafeteria.
Oh, okay.
Before we go down, if we could just show the community the view from up here.
And not only, I want you to imagine that this is not
Sorry, everyone. Sorry, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. We had to swap cameras, and Dr. Shoei will be joining us back in a few seconds. So we're going to go ahead and continue, inshallah, for a second until he gets until he's back. Until he's back, inshallah. He's right next to me, though. So this view is absolutely amazing. Inshallah, when this roof is complete, we'll be able to get some really, really nice pictures from up here and show the community. But if we can have the trusted cameraman to come walk up a little bit. Great point. So there's a couple things we want you to see. First, this beautiful, beautiful view. We can see the entire campus from where we are right now because of how high the building is now. But something else we should point out is this. When you look down this way, there's lots and lots of trailers that are here. These trailers, inshallah, will not be here very, very, very soon. Once this construction is complete, those trailers that you see that are taking up all the space next to the greenery that we have will be gone, inshallah. We've actually repurposed a few of them. They'll be going to another Islamic center that will be taking them and utilizing them, repurposing them, inshallah. But until then, just to remind you all, this will all be gone, inshallah. And the future plan of this space is to make it a lot more of green space that we can use for our community. Think picnic tables, think nice flowers and greenery for the community to come enjoy the outside of our campus and not just the inside of the building, inshallah. Also down here, if you can look down here with me, this area will inshallah be redesigned and redeveloped to allow for a very beautiful and elegant walk up to the actual second floor entrance of the facility. This whole place will be redesigned, have nice walkways, ease of access for all of our community members. Those who are handicapped, those who are young, and those who are old will inshallah have a beautiful entrance to walk into the facility with. All right, we're gonna start making our way, inshallah, down the steps. We just finished the third floor, or actually we just finished the roof above the third floor. We're gonna make our way downstairs, inshallah, down to the inside of the building to show you some of the progress that we have inside of the original building. Before we walk down, just a reminder to all you guys, the three iconic domes that you all remember and know at the Haram, inshallah, our own ISB version of the three iconic domes will go right here, right on top of here, inshallah. So hopefully, whenever we talk about ISB, will be known as one of the masjids with the three domes as well, in addition and the three domes that everyone goes to visit when they are in the Haram. Okay. All right, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So real quick to catch everyone up to speed for those of you who are joining now. What we just did a little bit ago, we walked through the second floor. We walked through the main entrance of the campus. You're looking right now at the green space that used to take us to the second floor up to the ramp. That ramp is now gone. We took and we walked up that route and walked into the second floor and looked at all the new classrooms that were on the second floor, as well as the new redesigned and expanded Hifz space, the Hifz, the new Hifz classroom, inshallah. That space has nearly three times the size of what they currently use right now. We walked through that space. We talked about the really cool divider. We showed all the space, how it's going to ultimately look. We also gave you a couple of references to the ISB calendar to show you what the phase 3 project will ultimately look like, inshallah, at the end. Additionally, then we went to the third floor and showed the new expanded and multiple classroom space that we built for the community. Our school, who currently sits in classrooms that are sitting in trailers outside, all of those students will, inshallah, move into the building and into the new space that we're building together for them, inshallah. What we're about to go do now is go down to the second floor inside the building and show you some of the construction and progress that's happening inside since we started this construction project. Remember, as we go down these stairs and pray that I don't fall, please remember to go to isb.org/donate. Do not miss your chance to be a part of this construction project. Don't miss your chance to help finish and put the roof above all the people that will benefit from this space. Do not miss your chance to put the drywall and the enclosures on these classrooms. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. You do not want to miss it. And we hope to see you as we get down to the second floor, inshallah. I keep thinking that's the third floor. I don't know why, because we walked in from here. Rizwan, your laces are tight. Okay. I'm being told to walk back and show you, for all of you who just rejoined us, or those of you who just joined the live session right now, we're going to do a quick run through of the third floor. I keep saying this is the third floor. Mashallah, this place is really big. I keep forgetting what floor I'm on. So this is the third floor. Real quick, on my left, on your right, these are some of the classrooms that we built. These are huge classrooms where some of the students that are currently sitting inside the trailers will come, inshallah, and this will be their new home. And there's multiple of these across the entire floor. You have these two over here across the hall. There's more classrooms. We have these massive, nice spaces for doors. I mean, this is nice stuff. This is a professional, a nice, like, proper classroom that you would find outside in some of the public schools and some of the college campuses. It's very nice space. We have these massive windows in each of these classrooms to allow for some really nice lighting to come in, natural lighting to come into the classrooms. It's really cool being in here, and we pray that Allah gives us all the opportunity, all of our community, to finally see what this finished project will look like, and for your students and your family members to benefit from this space. These classrooms that we keep talking about, they're not just for the students of Aroma School. This, as you all know, is a community learning center. ISB has classes throughout the year for any and all people in our community. We have classes that are generally offered, things like IT or calligraphy, and those aren't just for our own Aroma School students. They're for the Sunday school. They're for the Hifz kids. They're for our general congregants. We've done classes here, some IT classes, things like SharePoint and web design and things like that. Those, we all do them, and they're offered to our community. And so this, I'm just giving an example, this space will be used by everyone, not just the students of Aroma School. It'll be used by everyone, including you, your family members, your cousins, your friends. Everyone will benefit from this space. So remember that as you think about the amount you're going to give. I'm saying it that way. Why? Inshallah, hopefully, as you see this video, you're already convinced that you're going to support this project. It isn't the question of whether you're going to or not. It's how much. Give more and help us finish this thing. Do not miss your chance to be a part of the bricks that are being put up. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the drywall and have that drywall speak on your behalf and say, Ya Allah, this person built me here and sheltered this place for those who are going to benefit from this place. We're going to walk through over here a little bit to show you another quick walkthrough of this space. before we head down to the main floor. Again, I apologize for those of you who were already seen this space, but we're just going to quickly do a quick walkthrough for those who are just joining. We showed you all the nice space on the left. On my right side here are the really nice redesigned bathrooms. Actually, where I'm standing, there wasn't a bathroom prior to this, right? No, yeah, this is new space. This is all new space. This right here is the brothers' bathroom on the 3rd floor. All this right here is the multiple new stalls. We're used to having bathrooms with 2 stalls in each. Now we have 4 stalls, 4 bathroom stalls, one of them being handicapped, as well as nice redesigned professional wudu stations that are going to go over here, as well as the sinks that we have over here. And this space is exact same thing. It will be on the sister side. The exact same space will be on the sister side. We'll have nice space for our brothers and sisters to make wudu and prepare for salah, for our children to use the bathroom when they need to. And then as you look back over there, if we just quickly do a quick view, that whole entire space will just be more classrooms for the community and the children to benefit from. Let's go ahead and walk downstairs, inshallah.
So we're going to go through to the cafe.
Cafe, inshallah. Real quick to point out, just want to show everyone that's just joining, this right here, if you see the rendering of the phase 3 project, the beautiful three dome center where the main entrance is on the 2nd floor, this right here, I want to point out, is that current entrance. Please help us finish this. We don't want this to be how we walk into the masjid every time we come to it. We don't want this to be the entrance that the kids see when they come to their new campus, inshallah. They obviously can't come here without it being completed, but with that being said, I'm asking you all, or reminding you all, please, isb.org/donate. Do your part. Help us finish this. Make this entrance a beautiful one. One that when people come to the campus, when they park their cars and they look at this building, they're excited. They can't wait to walk in here. For both the people that are visitors as well as our students, let them get very, very excited as they walk into these beautiful, inshallah, future doors that will come in this space. Reminder to the cameraman to watch their step. It's very, very dangerous here. Alrighty. All right, very quickly, before we make our way into the cafeteria, just a quick flyby with the camera. This is additional bathroom space. This is the 2nd floor main bathroom space for those who are coming and accessing the classrooms and the new hifz area on the 2nd floor. This is where we used to have the 2 stalls in each bathroom, and now we have 4 in each one, inshallah, with additional wudu space for everyone. And then real quickly, and we'll do another quick flyby here, inshallah. For those of you who are just joining, inshallah, this video will be repurposed and you can see, but we did an elaborate walkthrough. This is the new hifz wing. This is where the brothers and sisters, the students of the Rahma Quran Academy, are going to be spending their entire days doing ta'aleem of the Quran. They'll be spending their entire days here learning and memorizing and reciting the Quran. This space, I kind of gave an example earlier. This space is currently is about the size of the current space that's being used for the sisters. I'm very, very far from the camera. This is what they're currently using right now for the sisters. And for the brothers, it's about this size right here, where I'm pointing. Now look at this entire space that's being given to them, inshallah, for the memorization of the Quran. This whole space can probably, if not triple, quadruple the size that they currently have right now. Imagine the number of students that will benefit from this space. Imagine the number of classes we'll be doing, inshallah, in the future in this very elegant and beautiful space. Something else you guys may have seen inside the pamphlets that we have for the ISB construction project. This space will also be very, very versatile. It'll be flexible space. Right here, where I am, will be a foldable wall that will retract and very nicely and neatly like pack up and be hidden, and to allow for an expanded space. When we're not having the HIS program, when we're doing things like Eid Salah, when we need expanded space, or we're doing classes for the entire community, and we need a big place to do this stuff, where we're not able to use the gym or the musalla, this will be that space. A wall that will close and open will be hidden here, but then when we have the classes for that brothers and sisters HIS program, that wall will open up and it will be dividing the two spaces between the brothers and sisters. This space that we're in right now used to be the original Ar-Rahma ISB Musalla. This space is directly above what used to be the 5 classrooms of Ar-Rahma school. Now, mashallah, we're probably talking about 30 some classrooms that we have in the campus, all because of the support of our community and the expansion that we've done over the past several years. Many of you who live in the community may be used to the Aroma Cafe and have benefited from the really good food that they've served out of there. Whether it's in Ramadan for iftars or on the weekends. I'm being told to go to the left, so and to skip the Aroma Cafe part for a second and just quickly show everyone. Where I'm looking at right now are going to be the IT rooms, call them, the computer labs. Massive rooms where we're going to be able to offer not just for our community and for our children in Rahma school, but for our entire community. This whole space will be set up with multiple computers, laptops, and state-of-the-art equipment to do training for things such as SharePoint design or things such as Salesforce, some of those really new up-and-coming technologies, cloud services, things like that, or web design, graphic design. This space will be used as a learning center for those who want to advance their skills. We're also going to have some of this space utilized for Think English classes for those who need English as a second language. This space will be used as community learning space and will, inshallah, benefit everyone and not just the Ar-Rahma school. Tariqa program. It's also going to be the home for the Tariqa program. We'll let Dr. Tori, inshallah, add more details about what that is shortly. All right. Now here's where things get a little bit ugly. We're now currently in the existing building. And we're the area that you're probably used to, where the ISB Cafe used to be. What we're about to show you, no one in the community has seen yet. This place is being completely redesigned, and I'm asking you to look at the calendar, the ISB calendar. We gave a rendering of what, inshallah, the future potential of the ISB Cafe will look like after the redesign. So real quick, while Dr. Tori pulls this up, I want you to see, first, actually, I want you to remember what the cafe used to look like. It used to be this massive place with lots of stainless steel equipment, frying pans, things like that all over the place, right? Well, we wanted to give you a better service here. And so we've completely redesigned the space, which Dr. Tori is taking a sweet old time to find. We've redesigned the space, and this is just a rendering, an example of what, inshallah, will be the final product. But we wanted to give everyone the experience that they're used to, that they want to when they go and look at any kind of like actual proper food establishment, a restaurant. And so we've redesigned the space. Inshallah, will look something very similar to this. We've redesigned the space to properly separate and allow for those who want to come and enjoy the food of Aroma Cafe, give them the space to do so and not feel like they're in the kitchen itself and not eating inside the kitchen. So what you're seeing here will, inshallah, be the future home and the future redesigned Aroma Cafe. This right here, you can think of it as the ordering window. Beyond this, we won't see any of the restaurant equipment. Beyond this right here, this is where you can imagine you'll be taking your orders. You'll be giving your orders, requesting the halwa, the puri, the chana, and the naan. And all the way back there where Dr. Tori is, that's where the cooking is happening. It's all in the back, it's all protected, it's all safe, and it's away from the harms of having children running around while you're trying to order your food and they try to run to the back in front of where all the cooking material is. That's all gonna, inshallah, go away with this new redesign of the space. Right here, we'll have nice new area for us to serve the food to our community. We'll have nice menus at the top here. Nice menus. It's very, very dangerous in here, by the way. Menus and display cases for all the different food items we'll offer. All this space, inshallah, will be utilized for the service of the food, whereas in the back here, it will be for the actual preparation, inshallah. A reminder to everyone that is watching. Ramadan is a time where we're all used to coming to Aroma to ISB for iftar. This community usually comes here, and we have hundreds and thousands that come here for iftar. Unfortunately, obviously, because of what's going on with COVID-19, we aren't holding those iftars in person here. But what we are doing is this. We've actually made arrangements for every Saturday, and maybe more days in the future, inshallah. But every Saturday, we'll have a drive-through iftar. So if you're sitting at home and you weren't sure what you're going to have for iftar today, join us here at ISB for a little bit. Come drive through, pick up food. We're going to have some hot meals prepared for everyone that would like to participate. Come pick up food for you and your family, take it home and enjoy it with them. And there's just a small plug-in to remind everyone, if you want to be a part of this program, isb.org/iftar. Sponsor some of these iftars. There's a few of them only this month, but if you want to reap the rewards of feeding those who will come here, inshallah, and benefit from this, isb.org/iftar. Absolutely. So the way we are doing this, because we're obviously not cooking this in here. This is where we used to cook our iftars, but the way we're actually making the iftars happen is we are working with local businesses. We're trying to support local businesses. And what we're doing is, for every sponsorship we do get, it's $2,000 per iftar. For every sponsorship that we do get, we are going to work with some of our local restaurants to provide that food. So today's food is actually coming from Sharif's Grill. Those of you who know Sharif's Grill has that really, really nice truck with the great food that he serves, the steak wraps and the chicken wraps and the shrimp wraps, the lobster wraps. They're providing the food today, inshallah. So make sure you come out if you want to support or if you want to participate. Just come grab yourself a meal, inshallah. And that drive-through iftar will actually start at 6 o'clock. Am I right? 6 o'clock? Yeah. 6 o'clock, inshallah, is when the drive-through iftar is. That's in about a half an hour. Come out with your families or come out yourself, grab food for your family, take it home, enjoy the iftar. And for those of you who want to earn some sadaqah and earn some reward for being a part of that program, isb.org/iftar, sponsor the iftars. All right, let's walk into the back where the actual cooking will happen, inshallah. Just want to point out, look at this really nice door. This will prevent people, children, anyone who doesn't need to, from coming into the space where they're cooking. This will keep people safe. It'll keep the employees safe. It'll keep the food healthy too, by not having so much activity around where the actual cooking was taking place. And now this is the new long hood that we have, that all the cooking will take place underneath. Imagine here will be all the fryers, all the ovens, the pizza oven that we have. All the cooking will happen here, inshallah. We have these massive hoods that were donated and support and given to us by some of our community members. And some of this was also repurposed from the previous cafe that we had. Another reminder here, another plug. If you want to see this construction project finished, you want to take advantage of the ISB Cafe. If you're like me, you missed the halwa puri, the chana, the naan that we used to have on the weekend, isb.org/donate. I'm going to keep making this plug, inshallah, until we finish this presentation, but it's absolutely essential and important that you continue to support our project and finish this construction, inshallah. Should we show them? Yeah. All right, what we're about to walk into is the gymnasium. There's a couple things I'm going to show you. First thing I want to show is this place is empty. This place is empty. However, you see some tables back there. Some of you who are listening and watching on this program right now may have gotten a phone call or a text message from ISB over the past few days since Ramadan started. These calls and these text messages are happening here. We've separated these tables to, again, maintain social distancing, but you're getting phone calls from some of our volunteers to help remind people about a couple different things. Support the construction project. Support ISB. Not just the construction, support the operations. ISB has almost 100 employees that live, and their daily bread and butter, as they say, is provided through this center, Islamic Study of Baltimore. So what we're doing is we're actually making phone calls. We're spending time. Right now it's empty, but we had people here all day long making phone calls and sending text messages to everyone, reminding them about May 9th. I want you also to pay attention to one thing. Even with the doors closed, even with COVID-19 happening and everyone being stuck at home, we still want to find a way to offer services to our community. And right now, what you're probably hearing in the background is Quran being recited. And that's because even while all this is happening, we want to maintain our spirituality and maintain our offerings for our community to still enjoy the month of Ramadan. You'll see actually where I am right now, we have a live recording taking place of Hafid Hamad. Some of you who are watching ISB Live may be seeing some of the recordings that are happening, the live presentations, the full cover to cover recitations that are happening on what looks like probably like a TV channel that ISB has started, a 24/7 almost channel that you can tune in the month of Ramadan. In the month of Ramadan, I'll let you guys listen a little bit. MashaAllah. We're sharing this with you all just to remind you all that even with everything happening, even with the shutdown, we're still doing what we can to make sure that you all are able to take advantage of this month, this blessed month, whether it's programming, whether it's iftars, whether it's being able to distribute food to those who are in need, those who need our support, such as the Blessing Box program that we have. Another thing that we also started this month is the COVID fund. There are lots in our community that have been affected in a very negative way because of what's happening, whether it's job loss or loss of hours in general. So just remember us, inshallah, as you're going through the day, as you're thinking about how you can also take advantage of this month of Ramadan, isb.org/donate. And there's so many options you can donate towards, whether it's the Quran Academy, the Rahmah School, the construction project. If you want to give your zakat, give it to ISB. If you want to sponsor iftar, give it to ISB. If you want to sponsor a box of meals for someone who can't afford meals, isb.org/blessingbox. There's a lot of ways you can contribute, and make sure you take advantage of this month by being charitable, by being generous and giving, and even while you're sitting at home, earning the reward of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So remember that as you think of ways to improve and increase the rewards you're getting in this month of Ramadan. What we're going to show you now next is the expansion area that we built here at ISB. Many of you have been here for different functions, whether it's fundraisers, whether it's weddings, or different programs that have happened here. You'll know that we always have tables and chairs enough to accommodate the entire congregation at ISB. We have people here, up to 1,000 some people that come for functions at a time. Where do they sit? Where the tables and chairs that they sit on go? Well, that's what this space is now taken care of for us. Before, we used to always have to hide them with different cloaks and cloths to kind of cover, or partitions to cover all these different equipment that we have here. But now, because of this new, this is actually pretty hideous, but because of this new space that we have, we now are able to put all of the essential equipment that we have here at ISB inside of this covered space. This will allow for us to retain and keep our equipment, our chairs and our table for much longer, and maintain their functionality.
As well as use it as an outbreak room sometimes in weddings.
Great point. Also to use it as a outbreak room. We're going to actually show you real quick from the inside. It's a very, very nice spot, and we've designed it in a way that when there isn't any equipment inside of it, you're able to actually use it for other functions. It's a very beautiful space that we can use, imagine, for like large meetings of 40, 50, 60 people if we needed to, even more. It's a wedding prep. We can also use this for like distributing food, things like that. It just allows us a very, very versatile space to use in general. All right, so we kind of showed you a lot of things related to the construction. Please remember, isb.org/donate, support the construction project, help us finish phase 3, help us prepare the masjid, so that when, inshallah, all this, the trouble that's being caused by COVID-19, when all that's gone, we're able to come back to our masjid and it's ready for us. We need to make sure we finish this project so that when we come back, we aren't still struggling to open doors and have leaks everywhere. We aren't doing that anymore, and instead we're enjoying this space. We're utilizing it. Our students are coming here and they're not worried about rain falling over their head or being in trailers that may be cold at the time in the winter time. Instead, we'll be welcomed back to a finished campus, a finished facility, a finished masjid that you helped put together. So remember that, inshallah. We have one more thing we're going to show you, inshallah, as we conclude this presentation. We're going to make our way downstairs. Huh? Say it again. Downstairs, the blessing boxes. So some of you want to, for some of you, actually many of you, mashallah, have supported this new effort that we have, which is the blessing box, which is to provide food for a family for a week. ISB partnered with ICNA Relief to start a program where we are getting food delivered, or not delivered actually, just prepared for those of us in our community that are in need, that can't afford essentials, especially in this month of Ramadan for iftar. And so what we've done is, please don't mind the after results of leaks here in the masjid because of the construction project. Another reminder for you to help us finish that roof. isb.org/donate. So yeah, as we walk downstairs, we're going to show you the area that we're using to create these blessing boxes. You'll get firsthand view and opportunity to see what we've been doing. This space that we're walking through right now is the main lobby, the main entrance which people walk into the campus from. And what you're about to see is what we've done over the past several days in preparation for our distribution that's taking place tomorrow. Many of you have sponsored many of these boxes, the blessing boxes. They're $50 a box. Those boxes contain many, many essential items for people to benefit from and be able to cook and have food at home. I'll give you a quick example. These boxes that we put together have things such as oil, sugar, tomato sauce, different cans actually. We'll walk through a couple of them. Tea, I don't even know what this is in English. Atta, this right here is rice. Is that flour? Here you go, flour. Flour, we have dates, we have vegetables. These are just some of the examples here. Salt, pepper, different condiments here. We also have, oh, we just use this box right here. These are just dates. We'll walk over here, inshallah, and show you some of these boxes. Before I touch one, actually, I'm going to put some hand sanitizer on. We maintain our safety here to make sure that no one gets affected for any reason. But putting some hand sanitizer on here, and inshallah, these bags contain some of the vegetables and the fruit that's going to be distributed. We showed you some of the tea and the canned items, inshallah, as well as we want to show you these right here. These Hands of Hope boxes that contain a lot more items. Just a quick example here. For those of you to know what we're actually giving out to our community. This box contains vegetables, fresh vegetables, asparagus, cucumbers, tomatoes, different kinds of tomatoes, garlic. There's milk that's down here as well. There's bags of milk here. We have eggs also. We have creamer. We have different salad dressings. We have more different kinds of potatoes here. We have, sorry, I'm messing up. We also have candy for the children here. All this, look at bananas, fresh bananas. We have, I think this is lettuce or cabbage, one of them. Very, very, very complete box for those who will inshallah benefit from this. Remember isb.org/blessingbox. If you want to sponsor one of these boxes and make sure that we get those who are in need, remember inshallah isb.org/blessingbox. I've talked a lot and I'm getting really, really thirsty and I can't do anything about it. But is there anything else that we need to talk about?
No, just maybe the past 50 years, past 51 years.
I think it's fair for me to turn off my mic and let Dr. Tori maybe come and say something real quick. But something I do want to point out, we mentioned while we were walking through the hip space that there'll be this beautiful new carpet that many of you guys sponsored a portion of. Right here behind me, over here, is the actual rolls of carpet that will go into the new hip space. It's been delivered, alhamdulillah, and inshallah, once we close that space that we walk through on the second floor, the hip space, these carpets will go in there. They'll be installed, inshallah, and we'll be able to take advantage of that space very, very soon. With that being said, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to turn my mic off and allow for Dr. Tori to take over, inshallah. Or no, you can come over there. No, we're not sharing it. Don't worry. I'm not giving you my mic. What I am doing is I'm going to turn off my actual personal mic and let Dr. Tori talk directly into the phone, inshallah.
Can you hear me? Is that okay? Can we get a thumbs up? Somebody tell us on ISB Live. So anyway, many of you may remember as you would normally, in a normal Ramadan, you would walk in. First of all, this whole lobby would be bustling with people. And there would be sort of a central stand with those little dip jars where you could donate. There would be, no volume. Oh, Hassan, they can't hear you. So you have to keep going.
Oh, come on.
All right.
I don't even know what you were saying.
I was just going to say, what would normally 50 to build the next 50? Me? more distance, so we're obeying, inshallah. I want to remind you that this lobby would normally, at this time, be bustling with people coming in, getting ready for iftar, getting ready. Open in the center here, there used to be sort of like a stand with the 50 Strong logo on it, for honoring the 50 years and those who had built this community. And we would also have those little dip jars where you could dip your card in, give a quick donation. You know, there were so many things, so many opportunities here, so much energy and love and connection. And although we can't necessarily have that physical connection, we still can have that spiritual connection. We still can honor and really start to appreciate what we did have, what we will have when it resumes, but also what we even have now. You have an opportunity to give at isb.org/donate. 51 years of ISB's history. Honor the 51 years of ISB's history. All of those who laid these bricks that you have seen that we're expanding on, they're getting the reward of everyone who studies, everyone who reads, all of those things. But at the same time, you now have that opportunity. We always hear about how the Sahaba were the best generation for mankind, right?
Hold it for the night. Okay, so I don't need to shout anymore. Okay, so we all hear that the Sahaba were the best generation for mankind. One of the reasons that they were the best generation for mankind is simply because when they did a good act, that good act was carried forward through history. So none of us knows how to pray except for the fact that the Sahaba taught somebody to pray, who taught somebody to pray, who taught somebody to pray. The Sahaba are getting the reward of all of us who are praying. Likewise, your donation, everything that comes after this, every student that walks through these doors, every person that hears the Quran, every person that offers their salah or makes a dua or makes a donation can be yours when you give at isb.org/donate. So please help us finish this project, help us complete the vision that our elders had when they established this community to be a beacon of deen in this region. So jazakumullahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'm being flagged.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet. Okay. Do we? Okay. Just so you know, there have been actually earlier today, we were making phone calls to people to ask them to donate. And while we were making those calls, some people came up and put some donations in this box outside. We still have our donation box outside, of course. So if you happen to have the opportunity, you're passing by, you want to take a quick glimpse at how beautiful and how far along the construction is, you can come and give your Zakatul Fitr. Reminder, Zakatul Fitr is $10 per person for everyone in your household. The sooner you give it, the sooner we can distribute it. So when you arrive, you would take a Zakatul Fitr envelope, put $10 for each person in your household, and then place it in the donation box. We're cleaning out this donation box regularly, so you have an opportunity to give and to support. And please, I want to make one last plea. Keep in mind that we're not having the normal Jummah salahs. We're not having the normal Tarawih salah. So people aren't walking by our donation boxes as much. We really need you to give. We really need you to give online. And we still have our staff working, by the way. Our schools are now virtual, so they're still working. We still have to provide for our staff. We still have to provide materials and supplies and access for our students. So keep that in mind. Your donation goes not just to a construction project. It also goes to the lives, the hearts, the minds, the souls of those who are learning in our facility. So and when you give here, if you give your Zakatul Mal or your Zakatul Fitr, it will go to people in need in our region, right in and around the Baltimore area. That's where we will distribute it. So Jazakumullahu khair. And Hassan is still flagging. This is the never-ending walkthrough.
ولا تكونوا كالذين تفرقوا واختلفوا من بعد ما جاءهم.
So we're almost done. I know we've probably said dua and Assalamu alaikum several times now, but the last thing we want to show you, hopefully the last thing, inshallah. But this is actually exciting. It just goes to show you how much is still happening even with the doors when the doors are closed. What we want to show you, we're going to walk through actually now towards the parking lot, and I want to show you. Okay, the second thing I want to show you being flagged to show this. Just look at the outside of the construction, what's happening. The last time we saw this, several weeks ago, probably almost 2 months ago now, when we had Jama'ah, this was not blue and white, and the beams that you see all the way up the top, they weren't there. These ladders that are here right now that are allowing us to add all this outside EFIS wasn't there. This all happened over the past few weeks. Alhamdulillah, because again, you guys are continuing to support it, support this project. So remember to do so. This is an image hopefully next time you won't have to see, because it'll be complete, because you will respond to this call to action and go to isb.org/donate. Just remember this image, inshallah, because hopefully it's the last time you see it looking like this. Hopefully the next time you see it, the construction from the outside will be complete. The roof will be done. There won't be leaks inside, and we'll start working on the drywall and the flooring that will go. But the last thing we did want to show you, hopefully last thing, inshallah. No, not the funeral washroom. We can show you that too. But what I want to show you is this. Right now, in the parking lot, you see these cones that are set up as well as tables. There are people that are already showing up here for the drive-through iftar. For those of you who are thinking about or looking for a reason to give towards the iftar fund, isb.org/donate. There are people that, inshallah, will be coming here every night, and we already have a line that's forming that will want to come and benefit from this food. There are many people in our community that used to come nightly to ISB and depended on the iftar that ISB would offer every night. There are people in our community, such as students or those who just couldn't afford, don't have the means of cooking at home, don't have the blessings of having family, and so instead ISB was their family. ISB was the place that made that food for them and made it possible for them to have not just iftar but suhoor as well. So remember that, inshallah, isb.org/iftar. There are people coming and actually trying to figure out how to get into the campus now because of the iftar that's going to be starting soon, inshallah. isb.org/iftar. Sponsor an iftar is $2,000 every Saturday. The more that people give, the more that we can actually do these iftars. Right now we've committed to 4, but if more sponsorship comes in, we'll do more. We'll work with some more of these local businesses and restaurants, and we'll do more of these iftars, inshallah.
You can't sponsor the full amount, of course. Any sponsorship to give through isb.org/iftar, you can still give a partial sponsorship, and that will still help anybody who comes through to get. And I want to remind you also, this will support your local Muslim businesses. Those businesses that are coming to supply the iftar that you get through the drive-through, they need your support as well. So by sponsoring an iftar, you're not only helping to break the fast of the fasting person, you're also supporting a local Muslim business in this time of need. By the way, I just want to point a little slight disclaimer. The cars that you see here actually belong mostly to the roofers who are here. So there's not a gathering of people here, except that we are recording this video and that Hafiz Hamad is reciting and recording a video for you as well. And so some people are preparing for the drive-through iftar. That's it. Yeah.
And the line of, actually, that's some of these guys are actually people here for the iftar itself.
No, it's a drive-through.
Right. I know. I'm saying
They're gonna drive in and loop out.
Correct.
One loop in, loop out. No one is stopping.
Inshallah. All right, are we ending, Tori? Are we showing them the funeral facility?
We can just mention that. Let's just mention that. I think I mentioned it when we were standing up there. That below the ISB office is designated area for a family waiting room, as well as a funeral washing facility. That funeral washing facility, we recently signed the contracts to get it started. There's some prep work being done, and so that is in the works.
Before we wrap up, we wanted to mention a few things. A thank you to our trusted cameraman, Brother Rizwan Mahmoudi, for walking through and being patient, and also guiding us on the multiple editions of this tour that we weren't planning. But then also, more importantly, we wanted to mention and thank Brother Furqan Siddiqui, as well as our manager. No, you have to thank you, inshallah. Brother Furqan and Mr. Stan, who've been night and day tirelessly working on this project, even while the campus is shut down, even while maintaining their full-time job. Brother Furqan specifically is here night and day working on making sure that this project continues. Make sure that this project, we don't miss a beat with regards to any additional things that need to happen. We're making sure that we're not wasting money. We're making sure that we're staying on time and on target. There's no wastage of any of the resources. A lot of it is just hours and hours and hours that's taking place and happening at night. I don't know, Tor, if you want to add on to that a little bit.
I do want to just add that, Dan, you were, just correct me if I'm wrong, you were responsible for building these townhomes, right? So major piece of ISB history is that not only is Stan helping to complete our phase 3, which would complete the original vision of our elders who established this area, he was also responsible for how many years ago? 38 years ago, building those townhomes, which have housed so many important people in our community, and now currently house the Aroma Nursery with expanded capacity, the new ISB office with appropriate meeting space and place for counseling and zakat issuing, and then below that the funeral space. So Stan was here then building that facility. Go ahead. Yes. Use this microphone.
Stan Reiki
Uh-huh.
built in 83, 84 these townhouses, right? Now he's ready to retire. As a last hurrah to going into his retirement, he came here to construct and manage this job. MashaAllah.
MashaAllah. So this is your last hurrah. And I mentioned earlier in the video, for those of you who weren't with us, the day of the groundbreaking for this community learning center and expanded phase 3, Stan walked up and handed me a check, and he said, please put this toward the minaret for this project. He said, when I walk into an Islamic facility, it should feel like that. And so he was the first person to donate towards that minaret project. So Stan, thank you for the history of all the work that you've done for ISB, and thank you for closing out your career with ISB. And and may Allah make this fruitful for all of you who contribute. ISB.org/donate. Every single penny counts. It goes a very long way, and may Allah make it a sadaqah jariyah for you. May Allah make it a forgiveness for you. And I'll end with this. You have an opportunity to give for others as well. So a great Eid gift would be to give a donation in honor of someone else. A great gift for somebody, maybe you had a loved one who passed, or you or something, and you want to honor them in some way. Give and give to this project, and inshallah they will reap the reward on Yom Al-Qiyamah on the scales of good deeds. And so I ask your forgiveness for any of our fumblings and faux pas during this video. I also ask that Allah bless you for every amount of money and time and energy that you give for this cause. Jazakumullahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.